Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave. Today we're continuing our playthrough of Tank Duel Enemy in the Crosshairs. This will be part 2. So part 1 we had our setup, had the game set up, and we made our first round of moves. And then so now we're ready to start our next round. In this video I probably won't show as much of the detail here as I did on the first one. Now that we've gone through it, I'm just going to go ahead and play the game a little bit and see if I can kind of keep it moving here a little bit better maybe. So first thing we do is we have our draw phase, and I have to draw my cards for my 2 tanks. I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'm going to draw 4 more cards for them. So we're going to get another move, another move. Well, we're going to be able to move if nothing else, and there's a move. Okay, so this time I'm paying attention. I know for one thing, this move 7 I can't use. I'm going to place this on one of my tanks. Move 4, move 4, move 1. I have a gully, and I have a couple fires and a command. So I think this is going to work a little better. I'm going to put this one down for the Panzer. And then for my Stug, I got several moves here, 58, 57. I'm going to use that gully, and I got a couple fires too. So I think that 58, 57, 15. That's a pretty good. Get that first move. There's a couple fires here. Fire 8's a tough one, but he can use it. But if he moves a couple here, I get him moving and put him in the gully, or I can try to move him, get him in the gully. Which one do I want to do? Okay, this is the fun part of the game, right? I think I'm going to do this card 86 on this guy, so I'm pretty much going to be the last 2 to move on this in this one. And I still have my command, but I'm going to try to gain something here on this. Okay, so now we go to theirs. We start with this tank up here on the left. Right here, he gets 3 cards. We put these down in order. He gets a gully. I don't have anybody moving right now. He gets a move, and he gets a building. So we got 2 terrain cards. All right, so first thing we have to do is we need to check for peril on this guy. So he has +1 for each tank that has him spotted. Each tank has him spotted, so he's at +2. Nobody has acquisition on him yet. Nobody has him flanked. He's not in a mine, mud, or field car in its holding box. Okay. +2 if he's bogged. He's not. -1 for each tank he is spotted. He spotted both tanks, so +2 -2, he's back to 0. And that's it. So his peril is still 0. All right. Okay, so Robata now moves. We check for his initiative. So he's not in peril if he's any revealed battle card has a number lower than 10. He has 68, 63, 66, so none. Okay, if any revealed battle card has a number greater than 90, no. If it has a target spotted, it does. Any spotted target's lowest facing armor value is equal to or less than its penetration value at the current range to that target, or it has a high quality shot. then choose the battle card to the lowest number. Okay, so right now my range is 1400, so I know that's a 37. I know he's not going to have a high quality shot. Any spotted target's lowest facing armor. So his is an 8, his is a 5 on the hull, less than its penetration value. At 1400 it's greater, his penetration's a 4, so it's not that. So otherwise he chooses the battle card with the highest number. So 68 is his initiative number. Okay. Then we discard these two. Now we draw 3 cards for the next tank. He gets a Woods, 71. He gets a Move, 38. And he gets a Flank, 81. Okay. Same thing here. We know he doesn't have a, he's not in peril. They don't even have him spotted. Or he hasn't spotted anybody. Let me take that back. They have him spotted. So that's +2. +1, nope. +2, nope. Okay. -1 for each tank. -1. So I don't have anybody spotted. So his peril is actually 2. Okay. Determine that. Then, if it is in peril, flip its Robota action card to... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, if the target number on the first revealed battle card is less than or equal to the active... Oh, here we go. He's in peril. His peril number is a 2, and this is the first card, and it's got a 1 right there. That puts him in peril. So he's now in peril. Then we flip this card here over from its fully operational to now in peril, and it changes what he does. Okay, so there we go. We got one in peril. All right. If it's in peril, use the revealed battle card with the lowest battle number, 71, 38, 81. So 38 is it, and we discard these two. All right. We now go to our in order of initiative. So 68, 38, 94, 86. So 38 is this guy up here, the one that's in peril. So we go to his tank phase, administration step. He doesn't have anything to do there. So we then go to action step, C. Reveal 3 battle cards from the battle tech, keeping them in order. Okay, so we have Move, Move, Flank. Oh boy. Okay, let's see what happens. They may flank me, even though he's in peril. Okay, no command cards. I didn't get any terrain cards to play on those guys, and they're not moving yet anyway. Okay, so now we check his primary actions. Fire at a high quality enemy target. We don't have a high quality, we know that from the start. Execute mission priority, we don't have that. Smoke, L. Okay. First time I've seen the smoke. A Robota tank without a smoke dispenser may never attempt a smoke action. If this is the case, the action is not effective. All right, so I have to check to see if I have a smoke dispenser. Okay, so I had to look up see if he was able to do the smoke. And that's in his equipment listed on his tank card. And his equipment is radio and APCR. So he does not have smoke. So he does not do smoke. Leadership is effective. He doesn't have that. So next thing is move. So now we're going to see if he's able to move or not. Okay, first thing we do is a success check. So this tank's move number is 7. So we check the first target number and it's a 6. So that's one success. Then he goes to half of that. So he's half of that. 7 is a 4. It's rounded up. And the second number is a 0. So he actually gets 2 successes. Okay. So on his first success, he's going to move 200 meters. It moves him into the 400 meter range. Okay. And the second success will move him to the 200 meter range. I'm going to flip that over. It's red now. And he can play the flank card. So he is now flanking this tank right here. I guess he can roll for which one I guess we should try to determine which tank. The greatest chance for an active robotic tank to hit. In this case, he's a 4. He's a 4 on a side value, 4 and a 4. So they're equal. There's no other terrain right now. So we're going to take one card. Odd, it's the Stug. Even, it's the Panzerkampfwagen. It's even. So he's going to flank with his flanker marker right here on this tank. So we'll put that on that tank down here. So I put that marker right here. Okay. So that's it. He's up. He's at 200 meters now. He moved up and he flanked me. All right. That was the end of his turn. I should have pulled that first. Okay. The next tank is 68. That's the other Russian tank. He's going next. First thing we do is get him 3 cards. He gets a fire card. He gets a move card, and he gets a fire card. Okay. All right. So it's the same thing again. We'll go through this. He has no admin phase to go through, so he's going to do his action step. He's not in peril. High quality shot for him is 65. He's at 600. These guys are 800, so that's 1400. So we know that he's not going to have a high quality shot. So he's going to, he did not get a command card. So his primary for him is execute mission priority, fire to high quality, doesn't have one. Move if he can flank an enemy or find terrain. And you know, I got to think about this. Was he able to flank? Because, yes, he should flank. That's just makes sense that he would flank. I'm playing it that way because he had the flank card. Even though it didn't say, it just said otherwise move, but his move action, because he had that flank card, that's what he's going to do. It gets him a better shot, and that's the way it should play. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's the way I played it. I think you got to give the advantage there. Make a decision. Okay, I don't have the move to flank. No leadership card. I don't have a, let's see, a low quality shot on this tank would be a 50, and at 1400 I'm at 37, so I know I'm not going to get that. Okay, otherwise he's going to move. Okay, so again, we're going to see if he can move. So he gets a 5, that's 1, and he gets another, the 3 is less than half. He can make 2 moves, so he's going to move 400 meters up, puts him at 200, and that's where he stops. Okay. He doesn't have a terrain card, so he can't place that. So he moved out of the woods. I should have taken that one off of him. And he's now has this move card on him. And he's also got his, and they're already spotted. Okay, so they're still in the movement out there. All right. Because then we do our cleanup step. One or more command cards, we didn't have that. Nobody fired. Discard all revealed cards. So we get rid of these now. They all go back to the deck. Okay. Active tank is in peril. Discard. We discard this now. So it goes back to this stack that I already had. It goes on top because we always deal from the bottom. Yep. So I forgot to do my cleanup over there, but we're done with that now. Okay. So now we're coming down to our tanks. And so I have an 86 and a 94 over there. So we're going to start with this tank right here at 86. Okay. So administration phase, I don't have any administration to do, so I have my action steps. And so perform any field actions. And so for the Stug, I was going to move him. I'm going to move him. Could move him 2 and put him in the gully, or I could move him 1 and put him in the gully. He's a tougher tank than that Panzer is, so I think I'll move him 2. I'm going to move him 2. He's got a move 4 and a move 4, and he'll end up in the gully, so he's going to move up. He's now at 400, and we're going to put him in the gully, so he's in the gully now. That's those cards. Oops, that took care of his right there, and that's where he's at. And we now have this guy. It's his move. He's going to move 1. Just moves him up to 600. And let's see, when I moved him, they spotted him. So he sees him. He's moving. He's going to get spotted there. So they're both going to have him spotted. He could do a fire action here. Could put him hull down out in that field, but I think I'm going to hang on to my command card. I'm going to play this fire action. So he moved and now he's going to fire. Okay. We're going to go through the fire steps. So he's going to declare this is his target right here, the Russian in front of him. So that's where we're going to fire at. We're going to determine our base hit number. So our range is 600 and he's at 200. That puts us at 800. Our 2 hit number is 72. Modify that from the played fire cards. I get a +5 on my played fire card right here, so that makes me 77. Okay, +20 if no leadership card, target's not acquired. +10 if the target tank is flanked, nope. Plus or minus from terrain, none. Subtract cover value from terrain. His cover's a 30, so I went from 77 to 47. His size modifier on his tank is -5, from down to 42. And he's not buttoned up. So I'm a 42. So I can put this one away. And so we draw our next target, and the number is 34. So we scored a hit. And keep that card right there. Determine hit location. If 2 fire cards, I choose. Otherwise, pull a battle card to determine the hit location. So we pull the battle card, and the number is 9. And a 9 is a turret on his tank. So turrets are 7 to 9, so I hit the turret. Okay. Determine if the target is penetrated. If the target is penetrated and is in motion, it must stop. Move card from the... Okay, so now I have to determine if the target was penetrated. So my penetration number is at 800 a 6. His armor value on his turret is a 9, but I get the penetration modifier is +4, gives me a 10. I penetrated him. This move card, it stops his tank, so it comes off of there now. So I caused this tank to stop, and I did the penetration. Now we do target damage. Oh, and I had my APCR round, which also would have added to his penetration number. So he's fired that, so I consumed that one. So it's off of his tank now. Okay, now we do target damage. Pull a damage card. So we pull the damage card, and that, because this penetration number is in the black border, it's a light damage. So the first thing we're going to check is on this number, critical hit number was a 1, but mine target number was a 9, so it does not cause a critical hit. So now we go light damage on the turret. Smoke fills the tank. Okay, so that's what his damage is. So he has the smoke fills the tank. So let me get that marker out. Okay, so we have a smoke fills the tank. This icon goes in his holding box as a reminder. So we put that there on the Russian tank. And then the way that works is in his administration, he can't move or fire now. So we basically disabled him until he can get the smoke out of his tank. And the way he has to do that is he has to make his, during his administration phase, see if he can clear the smoke. All right, so my second tank was effective in as much as he at least stopped him from banging me up any farther than we have to. So that's where we're at. Let's see what else I have to do here. Let me check my no discard. I'm going to do, I'm hanging on to that command card, no reinforcements, and so that's the end of this one. Let's see, I got to check one last thing. See, I did my damage, and I think, do I have to do a morale check for him after I did that damage? I think I do, because he took a hit. So let me look real quick on that too. Yes, anytime you hit a tank, cause damage, then you get to check their morale. So what we do is we check down here. He's a seasoned commander, so he passes the morale check. We use the same damage card at this phase that during the administration phase when they check. then they will draw a new card. He passes that one, the commander's not killed, so he passes that, he passes everything else. So their morale is still good, no problems there. They just got to get the smoke out of their tank. All right, so I think that makes kind of like phase part 2 here, and so we're set. Moved along pretty good, I think. I think we'll cut the video here. We'll do another part. We'll get to see how to clear the smoke and all that stuff during their administration phase. And this is moving along. And when we go to the draw phase, he'll get a new initiative card also up there, operational card. And then, of course, when you do this, then we start checking everything. Now, the other thing I can do is right here, because I fired this at him, I can now acquire the target. If I acquire him over here on this tank, because I shot at him, if I acquire him as my target, I get a better 2 hit, but I lose my spot on that guy. But I believe that's what I want to do. So I'm going to lose my spot on tank number 1, and I'm now going to have an acquired here on tank number 2. So he's spotted and he's acquired. So I have now acquired tank number 2. So that's even better. All right. Okay, so I think that's I think we'll call it there. This game's a lot of fun. I hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough. I'm trying to make sure I cover all the steps. And like I've said before, if you just follow the sequence of play with the Robota, it starts to make sense on what they're doing. So, okay, we'll see where we're at. I've got a tank in a gully now, so gonna give him a little cover. He's in the range zone that I want him in at 400, so that's nice. And then we'll see what we can do to hit these other guys. So I think we'll call it there. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And if you like what we're doing, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys at the next one.